This is my first time speaking since I woke up. So I'm just it's weird when you notice that like the first time you speak. What are the words that you're saying? It feels like the energy feels so heavy. So heavy. So as you know, like over here, Scorpio season is really the season for love, in my opinion. There's no way that Aquarius season, Valentine's Day, could be the season for love. It makes absolutely no sense. I mean, it's not even like, it's the 14th of February, so it's kind of close to Pisces, but it's not. Like, it's literally like still Aquarius season, which is so weird to me. So it's Scorpio season, and so for the sacred room ritual that we're doing, the love spell group ritual, that's been the topic of discussion. Love and love and love and love. But Scorpio season is still very dark, very occult, very, that's all I can say, very dark, very wicked. It can be really dark and wicked. Scorpios have the ability, the strongest ability to dive into the deep sea. Like, I don't know if I've said this before with you, shared this before with you, but like Scorpio is, where's my lighter? I remember having it last night. Hold on. I'm putting on meditation music because that's what the fuck we're doing. I hope you can hear me. I'm not like in the mood to be loud, so it's like YouTube may as well just be TV. They make you watch the ad. It's a commercial, and they just want you to consume so bad. So Scorpio season is what was I saying? Scorpios have the ability to go to the deep sea in the ocean, the sea level, the ocean floor, and what's down there, we don't know. The air is so, what is it, compressed, tight. It's like going to the highest mountain in Colorado. Never been to Colorado, but I've heard about it. It's like going to the highest mountain in Colorado, going to the deepest level in the ocean. Scorpios can do that, and so down there, it's a perceived hell. Like, it's like you're somewhere where not everyone can go, not everyone can breathe. Remember I took all my plant that be here? It's gone. Today my mom took him, and I didn't even notice. He probably, I told you he was freezing to death, right? So, ow. I'm trying to light this so I can light my candle. But yeah, so Scorpio season is that. And it's pretty frightening and scary. So, you know, even though we're trying to incorporate such a bright and beautiful concept, love, into Scorpio season, it's still a season of darkness. How to get a new one? Because I stick these, when I'm done with them, I stick them in the dirt in the plant, and it ruins it, honestly. So it's really hard to relight them. I'm lighting my banisher candle that I use pretty often. It's old. Let me smoke cleanse. So yeah. So it's dark, it's scary right now. And I don't want to talk about it and mention it, but the ritual concert that we just experienced where people died, that was like prime example of like how dark Scorpio season can be. Whether you are into conspiracy theories, because I hate that word. It's like, why is it a conspiracy theory? Because it's not aligning with the narrative that you were fed. Conspiracy theories are just another reality, a truth reality, a truth in reality, a truth of a reality that exists in a reality somewhere. We need to start being open to the possibilities. That's what that means. Being open to the possibilities. Do you really know? Like, honestly. Like, I genuinely am asking, do you really know what you think you know? Even I can say. And I channel my information from divine source and from my intuition and from my higher power. Google does nothing for me. It gives a baseline of like what the fuck it is, but I have to integrate it into my consciousness and to understand it, just like you have to. I don't know nothing. Do you really know? Have you experienced all? Have you seen all? So how could you call something a conspiracy theory? You have no idea. When I say you, I'm not talking about you in particular, unless it resonates with you. But I'm just saying you as in general, like the general collective. Like, you know, someone had said the other day, I posted something that was really like controversial, like all these different talk points in the Instagram story. And they were like, this is no shade to the person. I love this person so much. But this is just like experience. I just want to share it. They were like, I resonate with this part. And they circled the part that they resonated with. And I was looking at when someone says something to you, look at the other side. So I said, what did I say on the other side? Because half the time I don't know what I said. I said, what did I say on the other side that you couldn't have resonated with? And it was nothing really. Like, it was like a closing points of like, go big or go home. I had said something along the lines of like, if you listen to his music, this is talking about that celebrity. If you listen to his music, good luck trying to get into the new world. And so the new world is your mind. Good luck trying to get into yourself. And I'm like, how could you not resonate with that? And you know what it made me realize is that people, if it doesn't sit with the story that you created in your head about who you are, people take that as it not resonating. If it's making you uncomfortable and making you question who you are, it resonates. That's resonance. It's not just supporting your idea of that you already have. That's confirmation. You know, and it's a form of resonance in itself. But when something resonates, that means that it has cringe. It has triggered you internally in some type of way. That's resonance. Is your body is like reacting to the information. You get fed information all day, every day. Things fly, things in and out. But when something is like, oh my god, makes you jolt, it resonates. And people will take that trigger and be like, nah, that ain't for me. Yes, it is for you. The blind leading the blind. We have distorted blind faith. I'm like, really, like, I had a dream. My dreams have been crazy lately, but yesterday I had this really crazy dream. So in the morning I recorded this like long video about not even long, it was like 30 minutes. I can never be quick and short. But it was just explaining, like I was going over like the age of Aquarius and like higher consciousness and higher mind and all these different types of controversial topics of the mysticisms and the ethers that we don't really talk about often in the open. And I just was like, woke up, my face was puffy, I didn't even brush my teeth, like it was crazy. And I was gonna post it, but I didn't, and I should have, but I said I'll do that again in another way. It's just that sometimes when I'm talking about these things, I get really passionate and really like aggressive, and that kind of makes me a little bit insecure. Because I don't want people to think that I'm like angry at them for believing what they believe, and I don't give a shit. Honestly, I don't care. Believe what you want. You are where you are because you're supposed to be where you are. That's it. What I think doesn't matter. It's just me expressing the idea, and I really, really highly encourage people to start thinking about these concepts, because what we've been given, what we've been fed, and what has been pushed to us needs to be questioned. I'm not saying it's the truth. I'm not saying it's a lie. All I'm saying is that it needs to be questioned. All these ideas, all this doctrine, all this dogma that we've been given and we've been fed as a collective human race by a they versus us type of thing. It could be broken down into that. It's crazy. Because there are people who understand these things in a higher realm. And they use that power. They know how to use their power. There's master magicians, alchemists, wizards, witches out there who know how to use that power, who use it for their benefit, of course. But there's people who are sacrificed on the way. And there's no way that we should be sacrificed anymore. It's like sheep being sacrificed. Why are we being sacrificed? You're sovereign. You're free. Why are you being sacrificed? Because you're offering your energy. You're actively participating in a game that they're creating, conjuring, to sustain the wealth. Do you think, really think about this? How are there people going hungry? How are there people going hungry? I watched Drink Champs last night. Finally watched Kanye's interview. I love Kanye. He's one of my favorite people. He's a Gemini. My Gemini rising heavily resonates with everything about him. Excuse me. And he had said, this stuck out to me. He said that the goal, my goal was really to be able to go anywhere in the world. It wasn't really a goal, he said, but it was something that he really wanted to achieve. To be able to go anywhere in the world and have somewhere to stay. I don't have a house in these places. I can stay anywhere. And I'm like, of course, you're Kanye West. If he called me and said, you have somewhere for me to stay, yeah, stay in my house. You're Kanye West. Why wouldn't I? Blessing and a curse, right? He has somewhere to stay, all of the world. Beautiful. Then he had said something he said he'll go to a restaurant. He mentioned the restaurant and stuff like that. And he said they'll say things like, your money's no good here. And I've heard that before from celebrities. I've seen it before. We know that that's the true thing. That people can say, your money's no good here. Don't worry about it. Your money's no good here. Don't spend your money here. You'll get free clothes, free items. All this free stuff. All this free living. All this free, expenses paid type of thing. But have the most money in the world. A billionaire. There are people who are hungry who can actually use that actual money to trade and barter, to get food, to get housing, to fund dreams and educations and lifestyle. You know what I mean? Who don't have the access to that type of money. You're being fed this money and no one's accepting it because it's no good, because you're who you are. So what is the real point here? What's the real point? That made me and in the video that I didn't share, I need to start sharing my videos. I deleted it because I wanted more space for this video, but if I shared it and then deleted it, this is the second time I did this, where it's just share it because I don't have to put it public, but whatever. We talked about, in the age of Aquarius now, wealth, and how it's going to be redefined now in this new age, in this new paradigm. Because if you can have billions of dollars and people don't want you to use their money in their establishments, in their business, they'll give you free things. You don't need billions of dollars. All you need is you. That's all you need is you. All you need is your name. All you need is to be as successful as these people are. Your mindset has to be on a different wavelength. And questioning reality is a part of that. This is why I encourage that. Anyway, let's move on. Let's do the love reading. Welcome to the 80th dimension. I think that's gonna be my business name. I don't have a business name. My business name is my name, which I think I want to keep going because I just said it. Your name. Say your name. Name call. But that last week. Oh, let me show you this. I love this. Name calling. Say my name, say my name. When no one is around, say baby I love you. Woo! Alright. Oh, damn. What was that? The Mother of Stones in the West. Queen of Stones. Queen of Pentacles. Spider Woman. A spider is like, you know what it makes you think about what Kanye has said about being able to live everywhere, to be able to have a home everywhere. Because look, a spider can go anywhere and create a home. It has everything it needs within to create a home. I need so much more space. Okay. I'm gonna try to go by memorizing it. I think I've been doing this reading so often, like so much, that I should memorize the spread. First question. What love are we attracting and aligning with currently? Space of love. We're in love. We're in love. Love is the basis of all of this. You can't get anywhere without love. Eon. This one is interesting. Okay. It's 20, so it's the wheel. Which is interesting because this makes you think about one. Eon. One. Eon. What's an eon, y'all? I know you know what an eon is. Eons and eons and eons and eons. It's like, it's greater than millennia. It's greater than universe, like Big Bang. Like, no, I'm trying to say the time it took for the earth to be created to now, like the time. We are aligning with new. That's it. Everyone is in this realm, and I mean everyone who is in it. Not everyone, but everyone who is in it. In this realm of establishing self-power, self-acceptance, self-love, self-reverence and honoring. We are in a space where what we did, what we had, what we were used to, the pains and the traumas that guided us or led us to the choices that we previously made that was not healthy for us, all the toxicity, all the pain in the past, we're not subscribing to it anymore. It's over, it's dead. And you know what's at the core of that, which is interesting because oh man, the sacral ritual is like, you know what I mean? Like literally, like it's like, bruh. At the core of that is emotional detachment. And it's interesting because this is a skill. Because you need to be able to activate it when you need it and turn it off when you don't. And it's not easy. And to turn it on, turn your emotional space back on and off. I'm in the space of like understanding numbness. and how you can go too far in your emotional detachment and having to go back. Excuse me, because on the other side of this creation, of creating a new pathway for yourself where you're not accepting toxicity anymore, you have to be able to emotionally detach in general. Like, you have to be able to say, this is not well, and I'm choosing new path. I'm choosing new. And I cannot care about how I feel about it. Because when I consider how I feel about it, now here's the emotions, now here's the oh, but no. We're at the wheel now. We're at the wheel, we're at the beginning of time. Look at that. Look at this. Embryo. A baby in a womb space. You understand? This is rebirth right here. I love this card. It's rebirth. The Eye of God at the top right here. It's rebirth. It's rebirth. If a baby was to consider how it felt, it would not be born because it feels so comfortable and warm in the body, in the womb. But it has to. It has to. It has to be born. It has to be uncomfortable. It has to come out of that space and it has to do what it's supposed to do. Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Exactly. Next question is, what is our heart's true desire? Oh my God, are you fucking serious? Ad will end in 7 seconds. Like, this is like torture. I had to pick a new video. Now I have to watch another ad. It's so crazy because I don't like it here. And when you say that, people think that you mean America or New York or Brooklyn. No, I don't like Earth. And it's all because of what we done to it. What is our heart's true desire? I'm moving on. Ooh, 5 of Stones. What is our heart's true desire? It says at the bottom, material difficulty. We don't want material difficulty. What we want is change. 5. What we want is change. We want something new. We want to be born into something new. I'm thinking about the Tower card. Because in order for something new to be born, something has to die. Are we willing to let things die? That's the thing. We have a horrible way in our society of handling death. It's horrible. We're crying. We're wearing black. I mean, I love black. I get it. But there is no celebration in life. When you come in to go to a funeral, it's called a funeral. It's like the most ugliest word and the most contradicting word because the first 2 letters is fun. Like, how crazy are we? It's fun. Funeral. We go to a funeral and everybody's crying. Everybody's so in pain. So in pain that you don't even realize that the person who has died is literally still standing right next to you. Literally. I've gone to so many funerals. I've seen so many honorings of death where I'm like, the person is right here. And nobody can see it. And nobody can see him or her because they're so worried about how they feel about it. Oh, I'm gonna miss them. I'm so sad. This is so sad. I'm so sad. Nobody cares how sad you are. Open up your mind's eyes. Stop worrying about yourself so much. And this is the thing too with self-reverence that we have and self-consideration that we're having now, self-awareness, self-acceptance. Yes, You have to get to that point. Because once you get to that point, you're able to remove yourself from it and say, I am a part of the all. It's like ping-ponging. You're ping-ponging, constantly ping-ponging. I am and I am. You know what I mean? Do you really know what I mean? I am and I am. Ping-ponging back and forth, this energy. We want change, things have to die, and we need to start to get over how we handle death. We need to stop treating death like it's the worst thing in the world. You know what's the worst thing in the world? Being born, okay? Because you're not born by choice. You're thwarted into this reality because two people who are here decide to create, and here's your soul being attracted and so many words are in my fucking head about this. It's magnetized towards this creational like portal right here, and here's your soul drawn to it and connected to it, and now you are part of this new life here. You know what I mean? The soul of you has chosen to come here, but it's against your will because someone procreated, and now you are experiencing the most painful birth, coming into this world in this stark white ass hospital, okay, being injected with vaccines as soon as you get here. Like, this shit is crazy. That's the most painful thing. Death is probably the most easiest thing. It's not even a real thing. Nobody's really dying here. We need to change the way we view death. And the 5 energy of 5 material difficulty, we want ease. We want to be able to see our tangibles. If we're thinking about it in our mind, we want to be able to see it in the reality. And that means that the way that we think material and tangibilities look and are, the house, the car, the money, the jewelry, the clothes, all those things, that is not material success. Those are just things, okay? They decrease in value greatly unless you are adding to it, unless you are doing something productive with it. You know what's valuable? Okay, angels is fucking jumping around out here. You know what's valuable? Water. If you're able to drink clean water today, you're wealthy. You want to talk about it? If you're able to drink clean water today, and it's clean enough, like the water is highly, highly contaminated in America, I know. If you're able to drink clean water today, if you're able to go to a store and buy a bottle of water and it's clean today, you're wealthy. If you're able to have at least one meal today that tastes good, that gives you fuel, doesn't have to taste good, that gives you fuel, that satisfies your hunger, you're wealthy. If you're able to put something on your body that keeps you warm in the cold, you're wealthy. If you're able to think for yourself and decide where you want to walk into and where you want to go and what you want to say and what you want to do and who you want to be, you're wealthy. That's wealth. Change needs to happen. Next question. What are the blockages? What unknown or unseen blockages on my path, on our path to our heart's desire? Question number 3. If you're able to pull up the tarot spread that I use, I posted on my Instagram, so you can at least like correct me if I'm wrong. And channel the correct energy, but I'm pretty sure that's number 3. What are the blockages on this pathway? Here we go. Ooh. Oh shit, another stone. 8 of stones. Yo, 8 of Pentacles has been coming up a lot lately. And you know what it makes me think about? Oh, this reading is so good, it's giving me chills. Fuck. Alright, let me see. Oh my god. I have like 10 minutes left on this video. I don't want to keep doing 2 parts. This is when like things start to get really challenging for me, when it's like recording, because I use my phone and like the time starts to dwindle down over time, because I'm just like taking pictures and saving pictures and like posting and all these things. But like, I thought I bought storage space on something. I don't know how to work this stuff. I'm sorry, I really don't. And I try really hard, but it's like, digital world is a real reality that's like, if you don't get it, you don't get it. Let me Eight of Stones reminds me of, because in the Rider-Waite Tarot, it's a guy sitting down, like working on his stones, and it's a card of like work, effort, taking what you know and integrating it into your physical reality. And so it also says knowledge at the bottom. And so now is the time. Now is the time to take the skills that you have acquired over your life, over your lifetime, I should say, and integrating it by utilizing it in your reality. Giving what you know and have, paying it forward. Paying it forward to see a result, but also in the position of blockages, it's also like, I thought about this, it came up yesterday. I mean, all the work that you're doing on your pentacles chips away in a reality at it. So it's kind of like, think about it like this: if you have a to-do list and you're accomplishing things on this to-do list and you're ticking it off, like you're like, okay, done. You have taken away the work that needs to be done. Like you chipped it away, you notched it off. And in a reality, that kind of like devalues. In a reality, it does. Like, maybe not on a to-do list, but if you're constantly like chipping away at the things that you are to do, you're chipping away, like you're like, I'm thinking about like that, you know what I mean? That thing, chipping away. I don't know what it's called. You're doing this, and it's chipping it away, and you're getting work done because the goal is to chip it away. Like, the goal is to reveal what's underneath. But you're also chipping away at this larger system and revealing something that's underneath it, another truth. What is the larger system? What is that big chunk of knowledge, that power? What is that collective big energy before you started doing this? Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna leave it at that because I have no idea what the fuck that's about. But it's definitely something that I'm gonna allow my consciousness to expand upon over time. These cards want to jump out. Stop playing with me. Fourth question: how can we harmonize our vibration to our heart's desire? So if we want to be able to bring the tangibilities into the world, we need to stop chipping away. We need to stop trying to do. Okay, get into your feeling, the whole thing. You have a rock, hold the rock. You don't got to try to break it down to get a crystal inside of it. Whatever is inside of it is inside of it. Enjoy the moment, okay? This makes me think about the 8th chakra, because the 1st chakra is the root. The 8th chakra and the 7th chakra up here is the crown, but the 8th chakra is below your feet. It's the Earth Star. Is it? Honestly, now I'm not sure, because we studied this in one of our sacred rituals. I think it was in May. I think it was in May. May, mind, moon, or we went over the higher chakras. But I can't remember if it's 8 underneath your feet or that's the 10th one. Like it goes 7, 8, 9, and then 10. Whatever it is, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. It brings you back around to the base of your feet and does this like thing with your body. You can go root, sacral, solar plexus, like that, and then it goes like this, and it goes like this, and it goes like this. Expanding out, 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 in, out, 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 in, like that. Below the feet. I don't know why I brought that up. Anyway, next card. Let's do the next card. This is how we harmonize. Another stone. It's trying to come out. A lot of stones, a lot of pentacles, a lot of earth, a lot of groundedness. I talked about that last time. If you're able to go to the park, nature, I should say, not park, nature. You should do that. I should try it. I'm gonna take the twins out today. It's cold, but whatever, it'll be okay. How can we harmonize towards our vibration, to our heart's desire? Two of Swords, peace. Finding peace with what is. Finding peace with what is. So if I was to say this was about love in like the most general, basic relationships, my lover, my husband, my wife, my partner, if I was to talk about this like that, this reading like that, it will be literally, it's all the same. We want a new beginning with reciprocity and our efforts being honored and appreciated and acknowledged. We want our efforts to be acknowledged. And you don't acknowledge efforts by constantly saying what the fuck you did, or constantly being congratulated or getting congratulations for what you did. That is not, it's like angels flying everywhere around here, or demons, whatever it wants to be. It doesn't feel like demons, so I feel really calm. You don't acknowledge the effort by highlighting the effort. The effort is acknowledged by reciprocity. You do and I do. You do and I do. Not you do and so I'll do. Not you do because I do. No, you do, I do. That's how energy plays, work. Ping pong. You do, I do. Nobody's doing more. Nobody's doing less. Unless it really, really, really is an uneven energy exchange. And you'll know it. You'll know it. There's a baseline of expectation that we should have for each other. Not saying that we should be walking around expecting everybody to do certain things that maybe we're not doing for ourselves, or just like putting this big old burden on other people to show up in a way that you think that they should show up. No. I mean expectation where if you know I'm giving you love, you know I'm giving you love. And I mean love like I care about you, I consider you, I give to you, you know, things. I give you time, I give you effort, I give whatever. I'm loving you. If you know I'm loving you and loving the space that we have created together, and come to find that you are half loving back, that you are not giving back, that my cup is not being filled, you have to know your levels. So yes, the cup can be filled by others, but that's because you understand how your cup should be filled, because you fill it yourself. You have to know that first, and then you can say, I fill this cup. I fill this cup, and I know how it's being filled with all the relations that I have in my world. And you, other person, are not necessarily filling this cup the way that I need it to be filled. That's okay to say. That's okay to realize. That's okay to actualize. Maybe you want to use different words or different temperament when you're expressing it. I don't know. But the generality, the generalness of it is that I can feel when the love is not being reciprocated. Reciprocity. 2. That's why love's frequency has been 2. 2, 2, 2. 2, 2, 2, 2, 22, 2. It's duality. It's me and you together. And we create on and on and on. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It starts at 1, self. 2, me and you. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's all of the creations that we created in our base love. Okay? That's how we harmonize. Finding the peace within. Finding the peace within. This gives me Hermit mode card, Hermit card. The Virgo energy is winter, it's cold, it's sword, it's metal, it's steel, it's cold. It's like, there's no cups here. This is earth, this is pentacles, this is earth, this is swords, this is cold energy. We're in our emotional detachment in the moment. Yo, the moon is in Aquarius. I just realized that. Because the new moon was in Capricorn. The dark moon was in Scorpio. The new moon, crescent moon, was in Capricorn, because that's a real new moon, not the dark moon. And now the moon is moving into the first quarter moon. It's in Aquarius. It's going to be in Aquarius. Emotional attachment. Get the fuck out of your feels and feel. Isn't that crazy? Because it's like mental feels. Like you're thinking. Stop. Oh, it should be like this. Oh, it's supposed to be like that. Oh. Mental feels. Get out of that. Get in your feels and feel. Experience life without all the stipulations. Understanding levels of reciprocity, reciprocalness. 7 of Cups. Okay. The last question is, what is the best path forward? Oh wow, I'm gonna take this one because I like this, and I'm glad that this isn't ended this way. 2 of Cups. Look at that card, my God. Two of Cups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the best path forward? 2 of Cups. And it says love. Seven of Cups was the one that tried to come out before. I love 7 of Cups. Those two go together pretty well because you have the choice to love and be and do what the fuck you want to do and love and be and do. You have the choice. So if you want us to continue to be in a space with someone, with something, despite any perceived pain or hard work, do that. Stay there, be there. Because the 8 of Pentacles is here, and it's like there's effort to be had, and that's in the position of the blockages. Are you putting enough effort? That's a good question. Are you putting enough effort? And if you're not seeing the reciprocal flow, is the effort that you're putting, that you think you're putting, is it not necessary, but is it, I'm going to say this and I'm going to try to reframe it because I'm not using the words that I want to use. Is it necessary for that connection, that energy that you're conjuring or cultivating? Do you understand what I'm saying? So let's say for in a partnership, right? What I'm giving to this partnership and what you're giving to this partnership, right? Is what I'm giving beneficial to this partnership anyway? I'm saying I'm putting effort in, I'm saying I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But if it's not being received, is that the energy that's needed here? Like, do I have to start to channel a new energy here in order for there to be an awakening to reciprocity? Because it's not only, and this is, we talked about this, it's not only about self. Oh, this is how I love, and this is what I'm going to give, and this is how I love, and this is what I'm going to give. It's also about what's benefiting this collectiveness too. Like what's gonna be helpful here to this energy field, you know, this energy, this connection, this relation, what's helpful to it? Not just my level of understanding, my level of love, my level of giving and generosity. It's not just what I think is right. What is beneficial to this whole group type of thing. That's very challenging to work on, because you only really know what your level is and what you're capable of giving. But in this emotional detachment energy space right now, you can probably find, by just being curious and asking, what is it that we need here in order for us to feel comfortable, in order for you to feel like you can share and give, so we can do this together. What is it? What do you need? What do you need? Removing the self from this and just asking. And they'll say whatever they say, and don't take it personal, because that's their reality and is what it is. How they perceive you is their business. It has nothing to do with you. But it's helpful information, it's helpful feedback. Because if you care, if you truly care about the flow of energy happening between you and your people, your relations, you would be okay with taking feedback and criticisms, constructive criticisms. You will be okay with that. Those people who cannot take feedback and constructive criticism, you can look at them and you can literally see how they sit in their own shit. They sit in their own shit. They keep experiencing the same things over and over. They don't listen. They get defensive. It's like you are stagnating yourself. You are creating a wall around yourself, and nothing can get in. So how is energy flowing? How are you getting fresh air? You're not. You stink. You stink of your own shit, and you don't even know it. And we're trying to tell you that you stink. Please take a shower. You don't want to hear it. That's not a good characteristic. That's not a good quality. That's not good. It's not good. It's not beneficial to the self. And so guess what? If you can't take the heat, you can't give no heat. You can't tell nobody about themselves. Sorry. And if you can't tell nobody about yourself, you're not being honest. And if you're not being honest, well, thank you, but I'd rather not be around you. You see how that works? You see how that works? Alright, I'm gonna wrap this up because my time is getting shorter. I'm gonna definitely work on making more time so that these can be a little bit longer, and maybe I'm gonna try to just make it a one video instead of 2 parts, because the 2-part thing was cute. I just don't like audio lag, but whatever, it is what it is. I hope this is a weekly intuitive. Welcome. I haven't done a podcast, and I should, because I have so much to say. And I definitely should probably do my higher mind talk instead of tarot talk over there. I could do a higher mind talk over there, because this is endless. Let's just do that, right? Get back into it. But yeah, this is for the week of, I know last week we started late and we ended on the 12th, and that's Friday. It was Friday to Friday, but we're back on our Wednesday schedule. So today's the 9th. Happy birthday to my best friend, my Scorpio best friend. Today's the 9th to the 16th, I should say. Okay. Weekly intuitive tarot reading. I hope that you got something from it. Always take what resonates, and you know, we talked about what resonates at the beginning of this video. Integrate it, share it, alchemize it, create new ways of thinking. We are done accepting all as it is. Question everything. Question me. What the fuck do I know? I'm just an energy vessel sharing what comes, you know? I trust myself and my intuition, so I'm able to share. Okay, guys. I hope that this makes sense to you. I hope that it's clear to you. I hope that you can receive this video with love and openness and take nothing personally. Live free. Be who you are. Fight for your freedom always in everything that you do. I love you. Love yourself. Love each other. Care about people, at least at the baseline. Base minimum. Care. And I will see you on the other side.